by a gated star. Baby, they ain't never gonna find me. I'm a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this place. We could be as one and we'll escape. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Burns inside me. Burns inside me. Burns inside me. I won't let you down. We could have the world to ourselves, going to a place that's far, staring at the stars for hours, 'cause you're a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this place. We could be as one and we'll escape. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. Trust me, I won't let you down. I won't let you down. Yeah, I won't let you down. 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 I won't let you down.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run the show. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Ain't no limit when we go for gold. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. never know until it happens. Ain't a thing you see coming a mile away.
Buenos dias, amigos. Welcome, bienvenido to the live stream here of Keeping It Real with the Hombre Tequila podcast. Hope you guys are having a great week this week. Hope you're having an amazing Thursday. I am full of energy, love it, having a good time, had a good week. Got lots of stuff to talk about today. We're going to have some fun today, so I hope you guys are all settled down. And let me see, if you're on the East Coast, it's 1 o'clock, so maybe a good time to have some tequila on the East Coast. A little too early here on the West Coast, but I will be imbibing a little later. I've got a friend coming over, so we're going to take care of some business today. But let's talk a little bit about what happened this last week and some things that are going on. Give you kind of an update, a summary of some things. So, first of all, I did the review. I did a video on 7 brands that you must try that you don't hear people talking about. One of the things that I constantly am all checking out social media and stuff, and one of the things that kind of really gets to me is everyone's talking about your standard brands that are hyped, that are paying influencers and are creating a buzz through purchasing impressions, purchasing things with influencers. But there's a lot of brands out there that refuse to do that, that don't need to do that, that are great. And so I'd like to see a movement where we start posting pictures of stuff that people haven't heard about. I'd like to see people be more trailblazing. That's what I like to do. I like to post pictures of stuff that's new, that makes people aware of some of these brands that are out there that no one's heard of, that are good, that are really good. So when you look at the brands that I mentioned in there, and one of them is Terralta. Terralta's a fantastic brand, you guys. And it's one of my favorites out of El Pendillo, okay? G4 used to be my favorite. I've got a huge stash of G4. If you didn't see my post on Instagram, it takes up a whole shelf. And my wife comes and like, you're sick, because because that's the brand, one of the brands that I first really started me on the whole good tequila trend. I mean, I started with Cava de Oro was the first tequila really I was drinking, just like some of you other guys. The additive filled tequilas was what got me into it. But then I developed a taste for the natural stuff, and G4 was one of the ones that I really fell in love with originally. But Terralta, Felipe is a good friend of mine, and if you look on one of the interviews, we talked about Terralta on one of them, and he said that he thinks the repo is the most complex repo that he has ever tasted in his life. And he's drinking a lot of tequila. I mean, the guy's, he knows tequila. And I agree with him. It's a very complex reposado. It's because of that deep well water that they use. It's got a nice minerality to it that really draws out a lot of flavor. And so that's a brand that, everyone talks about G4, but no one talks about Terralta. And Terralta is just as good, if not better, than G4. So that's one that people need to talk about. And Santa Leza is another one that I mentioned in there, and that's a fantastic spirit. It's very reasonably priced too. They have a Repo and a Blanco out now. They have an Añejo coming. I'm sure they're going to send me a bottle of the Añejo to do a review, so I'll let you guys know about that. But pick up a bottle of the Santa Leza and try it. And if you can't find it, it's at a local store, whatever. We have it on Ferment and Still. And that's one of the things that we do is when I find a brand that I like, we put it up on Ferment and Still, so it's easy for you guys to get a hold of. Some of the other brands that I mentioned on there, I did Santa Leza. I did Luna Nueva, which is a fantastic brand out of 1414 by Sergio Cruz. Great brand. I love the flavor profile of that brand. It's very easy to drink. It's something that even the ladies, would like if they're not too keen on some of the more aggressive spirits that are out there, aggressive tequilas that are out there. very easy to drink, very flavorful, just a wonderful sipper. Luna Nueva is. Some other ones, Pura Sangre. I mean, Enrique Fonseca doesn't make bad tequila, but the Pura Sangre line, they picked it as their house brand for a reason. And nobody talks about that brand at all, and it's fantastic. Everyone talks about Don Fulano because they pay the influencers and do stuff with that marketing company in Mexico. But Pura Sangre is a great brand, and that's Enrique's baby, and I love it. It's great. Matter of fact, there's times where I've gotten text messages from Enrique when he's out with another friend of mine, Jake Lustig, who owns the Artenom Selección brand. But they're out drinking and they take a picture, and of course, the Pura Sangre is on the table. You know, when they send me the picture, they're drinking the Pura Sangre. And I've talked to other people too, like even people from Cierto are like, yeah, we polished off a whole bottle of the Pura Sangre Blanco, the Fuerte, on the way back from the ranch to the distillery. I mean, it's a great brand. So if you guys haven't explored Pura Sangre yet, pick up some of the Pura Sangre. And that line, they have a Blanco, a Repo, and an Añejo, and an Extra Añejo, and all of them are great. And it's very moderately priced. It's good. It's good stuff. Other brands that I mentioned in there, let me see, I did Pura Sangre. I did, actually I have my list here. Let me see, I did Luna Nueva. Oh, Aguila Real. Aguila Real is fantastic. It's one of my favorite brands out of 1414. And even Sergio Cruz, when I did the review, said that it was one of his favorite profiles he's ever done. And he used 8-year-old agave, and it's one of the oldest agaves agave tequilas that they have. And it's just so rich and silky on the mouthfeel and the flavor profile. And it's just really great. So those are ones worth taking a look at too and exploring. And Viva Mexico is another brand too that no one talks about. That is fantastic. And right now on Ferment and Still, we have it for a great price. The price is going up. They have a new distributor now. They've increased the price on it. So right now, like the prices that we're selling it for on Ferment and Still are like wholesale prices now. So get them while we still have inventory. And what we did with this is when I found out that it wasn't imported and we wanted to get it for Ferment and Still, we bought a whole pallet of it and had it cleared through a friend distributor of ours. So we got it for a great price, and we have inventory on it still. We have the Blanco, the Repo, and the Añejo, all for fantastic prices right now. So stock up on it before the price. Once the inventory's gone, the price is going to go up because we have to order it through the new distributor now. It's not going to be our old inventory. So those are the brands that are fantastic that no one talks about. Okay, you hear about all the other brands. You hear about Tequila Ocho. You hear about Fortaleza. You hear about G4. You hear about Don Fulano. You hear about all these other brands because they're doing the influencer thing. They're working with that marketing company in Mexico that I'm not going to talk about. I mean, they've got all kinds of stuff going on, but you don't hear about it you don't hear about things from these other brands. Another one that I mentioned in there was Dos Angeles Caídos, which fantastic brand, but they're only available in Colorado right now. But I have good news because I've arranged to get them distribution here in California. The owners came out here to California and they messaged me and said, hey, you know, we'd like to get together. We love the review you did, and we want to see if you can help us in finding distribution in California. And I said, sure, I'd love to. So I actually had lunch with them. We had tacos, and then we talked about what their goals were for the brand, what they wanted to do. And then I coordinated to get them distribution here in the California area. So we should have distribution. We should have product hopefully within the next 3-4 weeks or so. Would be my goal, would be my guess. So because things are in the works, and we had a great time. Actually, they actually came here to the house and got to see the Hombre cave, and actually I poured them some stuff and we tasted through some things here at the house. Great people. I love the people from the brand. I didn't charge them for the consulting. I don't do that. I just try to help brands, and then because I wanted to get the Dos Angeles Caídos, the Rosa and the Blanco here. So you guys can get it and try it, because it's really, the Rosa is fantastic. It's my favorite Rosa. It's the best Rosa I've ever tasted. So it's something I think you all should try. And then once that comes in, I will let you guys know so you guys can try it. So one of the other things I wanted to mention, we'll talk about what we have coming in. Let me say hello to everybody that's on here first so we can see what's going on here. Let me see. EBA Boxing. Buenos dias. Bienvenido. Welcome. El Mexico. Bienvenido. Welcome. Mike Lentz. Bienvenido. Welcome. John Mondo. Hello. Welcome. I got to get back to where everybody started. Because there's a first page that I missed here, but I'm trying to get back to it. Let me see. Page 1, page 2. Okay, here we go. Salud, John. Welcome. Ryan, what's up? Bienvenido, welcome, Ryan R. All right, now we're caught up to that page, so let's get over to the next page. Here we go. Almost 2 o'clock on the East Coast, but still drink. There you go. You can still have a drink. It's afternoon. You can still have a drink. Buenas tardes, Ryan. Bienvenido. Welcome. Glad you can make it. Fortaleza is a top 2 expression when it comes. No, it's not. It's not even close. Sorry. Fortaleza, well, you're entitled to your impression. I don't agree with that at all. I think Fortaleza is overhyped. Overrated. You got to try some other stuff, my friend. Currently have 2 bottles of the Peralta Repo. Definitely stand by it as one of my favorite repos. There you go. Thanks, Mike. I agree. It's amazing, and it blows a lot of these other things that other brands that people talk about all the time about being great out of the water, and it's fantastic. So, best in your opinion is. Best is an opinion. That's right. And your favorite's G4. That's right. It is an opinion and it's subjective. But the thing is to explore it, right? Don't set up your best based on what everybody else is telling you is the best. Everyone does Fortaleza because it gets you a lot of likes when you post about it. Everyone's like, whoa, because of all the hype and stuff. But don't fall for it. We even did, if you go back and look at the Curiosity Public tasting and blind and Neo challenge I did, Fortaleza finished last with those guys. So, hola, Beyond Barrels, bienvenido, welcome. Your favorite and one that I've multiple bottles of tequila Ocho is always solid, but everyone always talking about that. That's one that everyone talks about. I'm trying to bring the brands that no one talks about out. Peralta is very good. Exactly. Yes, people should try it. Ocho's top tier for everybody, of course, but there's other brands that are top tier too that you need to try. Everyone talks about Ocho all the time. You see Ocho all the time. Your house tequila is Cimarron Blanco or Altos. Okay, well, those are good budget brands, I guess. I'm going to do a Cimarron and I'm going to do Altos Amicus, but both. But you should try some of the ones that I recommend in my budget brand ones. I prefer those over Cimarron and Altos. So you should try them and see how they compare in your own opinion. Yeah, you're only late because you thought you were starting at the top of the... well, you're not late. You're just early like the rest of us. What are your thoughts on Cierto? I like the brand, except, it's expensive for the Blanco. I would say pass on the Blanco. There's nothing really super special about the Blanco. But the aged spirits are really good, of course, because, Enrique Fonseca is a master at aging and blending. So I like the brand. I thought the Repo was like one of the best Repos out there as far as like quality goes. They're all amazing. I could sit any day of the week and enjoy any of those aged spirits and just like really enjoy them and have a good stogie and just sit back and go, yeah, this is the good life, right? House Repo for me is Graton. Yeah, that's that taste. It has a medicinal aftertaste, and it's cheap, but it's not. It won't match up on the caliber of these ones that I'm talking about in my seven brands. And ETN of Viva Mexico that married in a vat for 2 years. Yes, it's posted in the Discord. I'm going to talk about everything that's coming up. Okay, so just Chris, you keep asking about that. Cheers, market, everyone. Cheers, Tater Dom. Bienvenido. Uh, Ohio distribution blows. Yeah, it does. It's because it's state run. I grew up in Ohio, so just so you know, for those Ohioans, I mean, a lot of you guys know this. I grew up in Ohio. I grew up in a suburb of Cincinnati called Springdale, Ohio, and Evendale, Ohio. Went to Princeton High School out in Sharonville, Ohio, right off the 75 freeway by the big big GE jet engine facility there. So I know Ohio. I know Ohio really well. I used to go down into downtown Cincinnati and pick up and go party and stuff, and go get during Oktoberfest. They have a great Oktoberfest there, and then go for the WEBN fireworks on the river when we were there. Because on the East Coast everything's W, and out here on the West Coast all the radio stations start with K. But I moved out from Ohio to California in '84 and haven't been back yet. But I still need to go back because I want to take my daughter to Kings Island and to Cedar Point to go ride the roller coasters. So that's going to be that'll be a fun trip. And I think she's considering Ohio State as a university to go to, which I'm a huge Buckeye fan. So I'm hoping that she does go to Ohio State. And NH here, and it's worse. Trying to find anything without ordering is almost impossible unless you want. Yeah, that's the same with a lot of places, unfortunately. Hey, Curtis, bienvenido, welcome. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it. Well, yeah, but everyone talks about it. Let's talk about some other stuff. Let's bring some attention to some other good brands that are available instead of just focusing on 4, Hombre, I like 6 bottles that are like 1/4 full of all decent, but I was thinking about combining them and doing an aging project with them. Have you tried something like this before? No, but people do infinity bottles and stuff all the time. So if you want to do that, do it. It's not something I would ever do. I don't like combining stuff. Been seeing some buzz about Andalia de Talentos. Have you tried it? No, I haven't. Nope, I haven't seen anything about it. Need to try the XA 110 Teralta. Still looking for the. Oh, I'll show you a bottle. You want to look? You don't have to look anymore. All right, so you don't have to look anymore. I'll show you what they look like, okay? That's the Reposado. Look at that. I should probably do another Teralta video. Look at that. Yum. And then this is the Añejo. Look at that. Yum. Yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. And then this is the Teralta 110. Yes, look at that. Yum. And now, you can always tell. This is something to do. If you want to test an influencer, one of these paid guys, when they're like, yeah, we like this product. Okay, well, really, how much have you bought? Show us your shelf. Show us how much you bought, okay? Because let me show you something. I talk about how good Teralta is. Watch. I love this stuff. It's so good. Teralta 110 Blanco. Teralta 110 Blanco. And Teralta 110 Blanco. And I got 3 more bottles in the closet that I couldn't grab with all my hands. So, yeah, unless they're buying it, don't freaking believe them, because they're not going to spend their money on stuff like this. They want to get paid. They want to get free bottles and get paid, and then they'll tell you how great it is based on getting paid. And so I don't do that. I don't do that crap. I don't believe in that stuff. When I say something's good, you can bet I bought the bottles that are on the shelf. Because I believe in supporting the brands that are have good stuff. I want to see them around. So, so there, El Mexico. I showed you what the one that looks like. He's yeah, what a. Another one that I didn't hear much about is Ambar. I don't mind the Repo. Yeah, it's fair. It's not that great of a brand. I wasn't impressed with it when I tried it. It's okay. Nice. You used to work for GE a few years. Oh, nice. Bring some tequila with yeah. Although Hombre walked into a tiny liquor store on a small university in Nebraska, and what did I see sitting on the shelf? La Luna Mezcal. Nice. Wouldn't have known about it without you, Hombre. Oh, nice. And La Luna Mezcal makes a good. If you're a mezcal drinker, their mezcals are good. I love some of the stuff they produce out of that. Their Benatas or Palenques or whatever they call them in Michoacan. Salvador Chavez is a good friend of mine. We're going to do, we're talking about doing some special project with him. Santa Leza. Yeah, yes, it's supposed to be coming soon. So I'll keep you guys posted on it. They're going to send me a sample bottle. And so we can, so I can get you guys up to speed on it. Hooking from Buda, Texas. There you go. How you doing, Rob? Also, the 123. Yeah, the 123 series, it gets a lot of exposure, but it's also very good. I definitely recommend anything from the 123 series. The El Luchador gets talked about now, too, somewhat. I mean, people still talk about it, but the El Luchador brand is amazing as well, and it's one worth picking up. So, sipping on Peralta Añejo as we speak. God, I know, right? It's so good. But the nice thing about it is you can still find, we have the Blanco, the Repo, and the regular Añejo all on ferment still. So you can find it without having to go crazy and pay exorbitant prices on it. And it's a good quality stuff. All this stuff, the nice thing about it is you can go pick up a bottle. It's readily available. It's not part of the Tater. Sorry, Dom, I didn't mean to use your name like that, but the Tater craze. We do love Tater, Dom, though. So, but it's not part of the Tater craze, and it's, you can find it and enjoy it. And I've got the Santa Leza Repo there. I need to get another Blanco because I drank it all, but it's good stuff. So great Easter presents. Exactly. Tequila makes great Easter presents. The Luna was so 4 on the nose and bubblegum going down. Well, it depends too on which expression that you get. They have different agaves, so they have different flavor profiles on them. So I bought a bottle of Rey Campero mezcal after you reviewed the Jabali, and the Jabali is fantastic. I love their Jabali. It's got that beautiful fruity flavor profile to it, which I think is amazing. So, okay, good, Tater. I know you picked the name that just sometimes has bad connotations to it. So, but we still love you, Tater. All right, so some other things we're talking about. This last Thursday, I spent the evening. Last Wednesday, actually, I had dinner with Sergio Vivanco from 1414 out here in Los Angeles. And we are getting the special Blanco all squared away. This Blanco, I picked it out, wanted to buy it like 2.5 years ago. And it's been sitting at the distillery in a tank, like Beyond Barrels stated, Chris stated, for like 1.5 years. And it's amazing stuff. It's really good. I've got a couple of bottles that I brought home with me on each trip. It's been like 4 trips. Actually, 4 trips to there. I've done more trips than that to Mexico. But, maybe it's been about 4 trips total. So, but I've gotten some sample. I got to bring bottles back. I'm always telling Sergio, can you just pack up another bottle for me and I'll bring it home? He's like, yeah. So it's really good. It's so good. It's going to be a tasty Blanco. It should be coming soon for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. So if you want to get in on some of these special purchases we have going on, then join the collective. It's $10 a month. It's a great community too. You get more than just the special buys that we do, the special batches, but it's also a community where everyone shares information and posts pictures of their buys and all kinds of stuff. And then I post when we get stuff on Ferment and Still, I post there first, so the members there get first shot at them. And then some of the heavily allocated stuff, we hide them from the general public on Ferment and Still in the exclusive buy area, and members get the chance to buy them all, the members of the collective. So it's worth it. It's a great group. You just make sure you know how to use Discord if you join, and then go through the channels and stuff and read all the information. There's lots of information in there that's shared, even like all the different states with good restaurants and bars to go to find good tequila selections. And then I even posted something there on how to get to the buys and stuff, because some people had issues with didn't know how to get the password to get into the exclusive area. It's all listed on Discord. It's $10 a month. The link to join is in the description under the TBAC, which is the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. So we have the Viva Mexico. I'm going to be going to Mexico in late April, and we're going to be doing a single barrel with Carrera of a double barrel extra añejo with them, and we're looking at doing it high proof. 106 proof is where it's at now, so 53 ABV right now. So this should be really good. So I'm going to go taste it with them and then see if we need to tame it down a little bit and maybe dilute it down to 90 or dilute down to 100 or something like that. But I'm going to taste it. If it tastes perfect coming out of the barrel as it is, we'll keep it as it is, and it'll be 106 proof single barrel. Of course, I'm going to pick the best barrel for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, and the rest I think is going to be blended and issued out to the general public. So that's going to be amazing too. So that's going to be coming down. I just heard from Santo Tequila, from the CEO of Santo. They're giving it some samples for a single barrel añejo. We're going to be the only ones in the world to have gotten a single barrel añejo from Santo Tequila, Santo Fino, which is, Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar's brand. Looking forward to that. It got caught up in customs, so they're trying to get it out of customs in Memphis, and to get it squared away. So also, for people that don't know, the single batch of the Carrera, the first batch, the Carrera High Proof, the 54, that sat in tanks for a year and a half too. That sat in tanks for a year and a half before we finally got it to the United States. And that's one of the differences between that and the second batch, is it's a lot more fuller flavor profile. It's a lot more mature flavor profile, and it's amazing. It's the batch one. I tried it against the batch two, and everybody that was there that was doing the tasting picked the batch one over the batch two. It's so much better. So if you've tried the batch two, picked it up in the store and tried it, and you liked it, you're going to love the batch one. You can pick it up on Ferment and Still, and right now they're doing a deal where if you buy 2 bottles, your shipping's free. It'll discount it off the Carrera to offset the $14.99 price that comes up in the store. And then basically you can order anything else you want on top of it, and you won't get any shipping charges on it if you pick up the 2 bottles of Carrera. And it's definitely worth a pickup. Everyone so far that I've had that's come back to me after buying the batch one, that even after they tried batch two, definitely said it was definitely a better batch, and they bought more. They bought like a case of it. So it's inventory is dwindling down, so it's gonna be really good. So let me see. I bought a bottle of, so we looked through this. Okay. Smoked on an Opus X and sipped on Volan's Extra Añejo last night on FaceTime with my buddy across the... Oh, nice. If Fuente makes some good cigars, like the Opus X's, though, those are like, kind of just hyped. Oh, Johnson's, I don't know. Oh, Tater Dom. Yeah, it's a lot of info. I got a lot of info still. I'm not even done yet, so just hold on. Is there a dollar threshold to qualify for free shipping? No, there's no dollar threshold. If you buy 2 bottles of Carrera, you get free shipping. 2 bottles of the Carrera 54. Or just add some glycerin? What was that to? You don't want to add any glycerin. So, Other things. So I went to the Tequila X show on last Thursday in Los Angeles, and got to spend some time with some really good friends that came in with certain brands and say hi to them. The Burrito Fiestero, I have a new expression from them for mezcals. I love the Burrito Fiestero line. If you guys haven't tried some of their mezcals, and some of those of you are more experienced mezcal drinkers, you'll love them. They're great. They have two different lines. They have the artisanal and ancestral. The new one is on the ancestral line. It's Tepanete is the name of the agave species. I'm going to do a review on that, but so far, like we have the Castellano, we have the Masperio, and I'm trying to remember all of them, but they're all hand painted bottles and stuff, different colors. They're really cool. They have the people in Durango around the village that are around where they at hand paint the bottles on the ancestral line. They're really cool, but the quality of their mezcal is very good. So I was talking to Alejandro. He's a good friend of mine now, and I'm going to go fly out and visit the hacienda and do some video while I help make mezcal at the Venadas. So that's going to be fun. I'll probably go there for a few days and do that. I might even bring some people. So if you're a member on the YouTube or on Discord and you're interested in going, just look for me to post something, because I may take like 2 people with me, not a whole lot, just a couple, because we're going to spend a few days there. But you're going to have to be prepared to work. You have to be prepared to make mezcal, and also stay out of the way of any filming that I do. It's going to be imperative. Or if you're in the process of making it, you can be in there while you're making it. But I don't want you to do a walking past while I'm filming things. I have issues with that from other people in the past, because I'm there to do some content to let more people know about how this brand is and how fantastic they are and how they do things. Because Alejandro is a good friend of mine. I've been working with that brand for a while. Their mezcal gin. Now, when we were at the Tequila X, I introduced a couple of people and said, you got to try the mezcal gin. It's phenomenal. And we had a girl there that was like, I don't like gin. I go, but try this. It's mezcal gin. She tried it. She's like, oh my God, that's really good. So if you're a gin drinker and you like gin, try the MG, the mezcal gin. It's up on Ferment and Still. It is phenomenal. It's so good. And last time I was with Alejandro at an event here in Southern California, they made a Negroni with the mezcal gin, and it was so good. I was like, oh my God, this is so good. So that's available too. They have their agave nectar. The Senior Mage agave nectar is the best agave nectar on the market. If you like using agave nectar in your cocktails, you can go to Ferment and Still and pick up a bottle of the agave nectar. It's absolutely amazing. Not diffused at all. Now, one thing that cracks me up, people are like, yeah, I don't like diffused tequila, but they put diffused agave nectar into their cocktails. This is non-diffused agave nectar, and I recommend keeping it in the fridge, because if you don't, it will start fermenting on you once you pop the top. So keep it in the fridge. But it's a fantastic agave nectar. What else? So I was talking to the COO of I always draw a blank on their name. Chopin Imports. I was talking to the COO of Chopin Imports at the show, and he was telling me some of the really cool things that they got in the works for special barrels from for Teralta and for some other things coming out of Pendillo that I'll keep you guys up to speed on. They're doing some really cool things, so that's going to be great. He told me about the añejo coming out from Santa Leza, which is going to be great. Who else did I talk to that's worth talking about? I think that's it. So, one of the things that we're going to be doing too for the collective is Sergio and I were talking, Sergio Vivanco, and we're going to do a single barrel Viva Mexico. They only have 2 single barrels that are going to be issued in California, and he wants one of them to go to us. I told him we would definitely do it. It's going to be higher proof. So when I'm in Mexico, I'm going to go taste and pick out the barrel for us. So we're going to do a single barrel of Viva Mexico Añejo. And then he wants to do special projects a project every year with us, with Sergio Cruz, myself, and him. So I have an idea of something that I want to do, so we're going to talk about it. But every year we're going to do a special project with 1414 because Sergio Vivanco is such a good friend of mine, and so is Sergio Cruz, and we love playing with things. So it's going to be great. So keep your eyes out and keep listening, keep watching for stuff like that, and you'll get more information on those as they're coming about. Other things that are happening. We have the Blanco batch coming in. We have I have 2 barrels of San Matias Gran Reserva that I hand selected. These barrels are phenomenal, and I can show you. Look. I have to scale it. This is one of the sample bottles from one of the barrels. So look at the color on that. Look at that. Beautiful. This is French oak aged. When I sat down and did the tasting, you can see the video on the YouTube channel. I selected the 2 best barrels and they were phenomenal. So good that we had to buy 2 instead of just 1 barrel. So these are going to be coming in. Unfortunately, they were supposed to do 80 proof, but Sazerac made a mistake and put the request in their system. They're supposed to be 90 proof, but instead Sazerac put them in the system at 80 proof. So they diluted them down, unfortunately. But when I tasted them in Mexico on the video, they were 80 proof. This is 90 proof sample because I asked them if they could send me 90 proof samples, and so they sent me this at 90. But when I did the review did the tasting on the video and selected the barrels, they were actually at 80 proof. So they're phenomenal. They're really good. So excited about that coming in as well. Okay, so that think about wraps that up. I think that's talked about everything that we wanted to talk about. Let me see. Yes, so I'll be heading to Mexico the end of April. And I'm going to be visiting with a couple of few distilleries while I'm out there, so you guys can actually see some content from new places that you may not have heard of before, or maybe heard of but never seen what it's like or anything. So we'll be adding stuff like that to the content on the channel, and then I'm going to be arranging interviews and doing more of the interviews. With producers and stuff, so look for more content on that as well, and we're going to get you guys so you become familiar with some of these amazing people that are out there and amazing brands that are out there. So, and not just highlighting the stuff that pays for it or the brands that everyone's talking about. So now one of the other things that happened this week is I had some glasses, some G4 glasses. So let me see if I can, there you go, that I put up on Instagram that we were offering. Let me see if so these are Glencairn G4 glasses. These are regular ones, and then we have these little tiny taster glasses, which these things are so cool. I love these little glasses. They're great for doing tastings, like with people where you don't want to give them like a big pour. And these are great too for, you can get lanyards for these, like on Amazon. You put a lanyard on you and you hang it around your neck, and you bring it to like the tequila festivals and stuff, and then you have your pours in a nice glass instead of little plastic cups, and you can use this as, for nosing and stuff like that. So we have these. The big glass is sold out. I don't have any more of those, unfortunately, but I still have some of these, and they're 4 for $40 shipped. So if you're interested, DM me on Instagram, and you can get some of these cool G4 glasses. So people ask about the size. This is about a 2-ounce glass here, in this glass here, and then just compared to the normal Glencairn, you can see the difference in sizes between the two of them. Let's see if I can get it to turn around. There you go. So that's the difference in size. It's a really cool little glass. And so if you have friends over and you just want to give them tastings, you can just, 4 of these for $40. You can put 4 of them out for you and 3 other friends, and just pour a little bit in there, and they can just do little tastings and stuff and enjoy them. But they're also great for bringing to festivals. Now, I have these left over from when we did a barrel buy for the collective. they promised us when we bought the G4 5-year extra añejo, they said that they would give us, they'd have glasses. So everybody that bought a bottle got a glass. And so what happened is they were originally supposed to send them to the retailer, and they didn't. And so then in a hurry, they placed the order for them, and these showed up, and we're like, do you guys know that the glasses that you sent are like tiny? And they're like, oh no, we selected the wrong size. I went, yeah. So then they sent these. And so we got these, and then instead of the retailer, like they were supposed to, sending out the glasses with the bottles, my wife and I had to mail them out and pay for the shipping on them. And so, and then we had to talk to them about getting reimbursed for all the shipping we spent to get. And those of you that have been with the collective for a long time, you guys remember when that all went through. And so we had to find out who didn't get them and send them off. But I had a bunch left over. They were sitting in my storage. So I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and get these to people that want them. So I'm going to sell them as a little fundraiser to help, cover my trip and cover some of the stuff that I do. So we offered them for sale, and everyone bought all the large ones already. So I just have the tiny ones. So if you guys want to get on it, you'll see the post on Instagram. You can just DM me and say that you want some of the small glasses, and we're getting them out. I just mailed a bunch of them today. We got a bunch of orders in, so about half the small glasses have sold out already. It should be good. So what is that? I need to find a good mezcal. All I have had is that not so good. Okay, well, I can definitely recommend. You're on the Discord, so we can talk about it on the Discord. Got those G4 glasses, regular Glens, and they're awesome, well etched. So thank you. Did you order them on the Discord, John? Did we send you those? Hola Hombre, are 375 milliliter bottles a pain for distilleries to bottle? Yeah, kind of. Yeah. They're a pain because they have to buy different boxes for them, and then different labels, and they have to do a whole different thing for them. So it's easier just to keep one size. Oh yes, okay, cool. I'm glad you got them safely. I know we sent them out quickly. They should have gotten there fairly quickly, but they're really cool. They're going to take good pictures too when you post your bottles of G4. When you're sipping your bottles of G4, look great. Yeah. So I still have some of the little taster glasses, which I'm going to order a lanyard. So when I go to some of these tequila events and stuff or tasting things, I'll just wear one around my neck to do the tastings. I hate it when they give you those plastic cups. It's like at the Tequila X thing. They gave you a big rock glass that said Tequila X on it, but it's like, okay, I don't want to do tastings out of a rock glass. And the little plastic cups they give you, it's like, I hate it when I see people that I tasted this at LA Tequila Fest, and it's like, well, you don't do evaluations while you're running around a festival. That's a poor way to do a tasting and an evaluation, and your review should be discounted because it doesn't mean anything because you did it at a festival, not when your palate was square and stuff, and that's not a good idea. So I discount those, and anybody that did something like that's just doesn't know what they're doing, because you don't do, you go to at a festival, you try and go, oh, this is good, and then you get a bottle later to really evaluate it and determine whether you really like it or not. If you liked it on the sip that you had, that's great, but don't evaluate the flavor and rate it based on that. Just say, okay, this is something I want to buy, and then buy it, and then do an evaluation then and rate it on flavor. When you have a chance to use a proper glass in a proper environment where you're not like you got some guy cooking corn dogs and roasted corn on a grill and stuff next to you while you're trying to nose it and check it out, or you got, the taco carts selling bean burritos and people, flatulating and stuff next to you. You just don't want that. It's not a good environment to do a review. They were really quick in getting, yes, we sent them out like that day, the next day after we got those orders in. So we sent them out priority mail. So they got there pretty quick. El Silencio is not a good mezcal brand. It's not one I'd recommend picking up. So Hey, I am Dan. Bienvenido, welcome. Glad you can make it. I need to turn the music back up. There isn't any music going on. There we go. All right, so yeah, El Silencio is not one I would recommend. What's that, Hombre? Did I see you say you were? Yeah, they've been messing with tinkering it with it too much, and it's not as good as it used to be, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm kind of am. I haven't been super impressed with some of the new stuff, and I wish they wouldn't tinker, but they are. So sometimes you just got to leave good enough alone, I think. But I still love the brand. It's just not, it's probably not going to be my favorite. I think Terralta is going to be my favorite now because I've just been enjoying that more now. The new stuff, like when I tasted the 6-barrel, it had a really weird astringent flavor to it. The first Madeira was really good. The second Madeira, I didn't like it as much. So they're doing a lot of tinkering, and it's like kind of going like, okay, guys, you know, just you should stick with what got you here, because that's what people love. That's why I have a lot of the old bottles. I haven't bought any new stuff in a while, just because I got the old bottles. Although I did buy the new Repo that came out that's on ferment still now. I ordered a couple bottles just to have a couple in the mix to try and see what's going on for you. So can you work a single? No, because they haven't produced the and one thing that's cool about the Aguila Real is it was done like in 2007 or something like that. So this is like when the agave was really good and stuff. So this is the stuff to buy, because it was back before the shortage and stuff when they did the agave on that. I don't think they've done another batch since then. So you can't do a single barrel something if they're not producing it. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, I'm getting a little roasted corn, some flatulence, some al pastor tacos, and onions on the nose, and it's like, okay, yeah. And there's people making, you know, all kinds of things, that just all kinds of smells are going out at these festivals. You know, it's like some guy walks by to you with a brat, you know, and he's in a beer in his hand while you're trying to drink tequila, and you're like, you know, you smell all these things. It's like, it's not a great environment to do evaluations. It's just taste it, go, yeah, this is good. Okay, this is good. I like this, you know, and leave it at that. Don't try to give flavor profiles and stuff. It's just, it's not going to work. And anybody that does it doesn't know what they're doing, because anybody that knows anything about sensory stuff knows that you don't want to do tastings at events like that, and you want to use a proper glass. It's funny because I'll sit down with Sergio Vivanco when he's having me try different things to see what I think about it, and he's like, Mark, my friend, he goes, you're one of the only people I know that tastes tequila properly, and he goes, and I like that. He goes, you know, and I'm like, and he goes through the whole thing, and I go, yeah, exactly, because you use both nostrils, and exactly, and you don't, like, even in my review videos, I don't judge on the first sip, and you can't do that with a little pour at a tequila festival. It's like, okay, you take a sip, you go, okay, great, you know, instead of like acclimating and all that other stuff. So what's number one for me now from El Pendio? It's probably Terralta. I do like the Don Vicente too. That one was really good. So it's probably between Don Vicente, Terralta, and G4. It's probably a three-way tie. G4 used to be like the true number one out of El Pendio, but it's losing ground to Terralta and to Don Vicente. So both of those are really good. If you haven't picked up any Don Vicente, I was really impressed with it on the review. I think Felipe did a great job with it. So I like Don Vicente and Terralta, and I think it's probably going to surpass G4 for me, is what I would buy more and drink more of. I recently had a blind flight of high-proof Blancos, and the G4 108 was so complex compared to Wild Common, Volans, Tapatio 110. The G4 was the standout. Maybe an older bottle. Yeah. Well, you know if it's an older bottle, if it's the dark blue color, you can see the differences between the two. This is an old bottle of G4 108 right here. Old bottle, G4 108. New bottle. Excuse me, G4 108. So that you can see the difference. So if you had this one, you had the newer stuff. If you had this one, you have the older stuff. Now, if you're really tuned in and know Felipe and are good friends, then you'd be gifted a bottle of this. I posted this on Instagram. See, that says 55%. This was given to me by Felipe. This was a special batch he did for an experiment with a mezcal brand. This is by far better than any bottle of 108 I've tried. This is amazing stuff. This is 110 G4. He didn't actually release it. He released it as a 108, but I was one of the people pushing him to he should release this and work. I actually did some work with G4 before too. I used to go to margarita festivals. I went to two margarita festivals, a margarita festival and a tequila festival, and poured for them and educated people on the brand. So this is a 55% G4 Blanco. This is 110 proof. And he did a batch of this, and there's some people that got other people that got bottles too that visited the distillery and know Felipe. This stuff I think blows the new 108 out of the water. I haven't finished the whole bottle yet because I just savor it. but yeah, it's complex. It's good. But try the Teralta if you like the G4 108. Try the Teralta 110. It'll blow your mind. You're welcome, Tony. You're welcome. What am I drinking while I'm on the course? Water. I drink water when I'm on the course. Yes. I don't drink alcohol when I'm playing golf because the game is hard enough to play when you're sober. Much less when you're drinking during it. But I got a chance to go out and watch a few PGA events this year, which I had a great time doing. My daughter's a golfer. She plays high school golf here at the local high school, and so I go out and play with her at times too. But we went and I went to the Amex out in the desert, in Palm Desert. And then I went to the Farmer Insurance Open in San Diego. And then I got to go to the Genesis Invitational up in Los Angeles. And unfortunately, on all three of those, all they served was a Diamante. Was it the Ground Diamante and the... What is it? Not 18. No. It wasn't good tequila. Just put it that way. I'm drawing a blank. I don't remember the brand right because I don't try to think about those brands. But it was the Grand Diamante and the what's the name of the brand? For God's sake! Oh Lord, it's a crap. It's Jose Cuervo crap stuff. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. Dobel, Maestro Dobel. It was Dobel. They had the regular Dobel Blanco and the Grand Diamante, and I was like, I'll pass. And the bartender is kind of an agave nerd, which was cool. And she's like, why would you pass on that? And I said, because it's Cuervo garbage. And she goes, how did you know it's Cuervo garbage? And I go, oh, because I know tequila. I'm kind of known in the tequila world for knowing tequila. And she's like, oh, really? Yeah. And I was like, yeah. She goes, yeah, you're one of the only people that knew that. And I was like, I've ever talked to. And I go, yeah, well, that's my job to kind of know this stuff. I go, and turned around to the channel. And so she's now a subscriber. do you prefer one over another, as in ancestral versus artisanal versus tequila? I'm 100% ancestral. Yeah, ancestral is definitely more flavorful in most cases. But I do enjoy a good artisanal. For me, they don't have to be clay pot, with fibers and stuff on the distillation. And I don't mind a good copper pot distillation, mezcal, or even stainless steel distillation without the fibers. I don't mind it at all. There's some really good artisanals and some really good ancestrals. Now, the ancestral La Luna that we have on Ferment and Still, the special batch that we did where it's Tequiliana Weber Blue Agave, amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. It's great. And it's ancestral. It's a clay pot distilled through a hollow tree trunk. So you want to talk about something really cool and complex. And then they put pomegranate in it to make it a pachuga in the secondary. So it's really good. Let me see. Yeah, golf event. Yeah, unfortunately, Maestro Doble is a PGA sponsor, so that's why. They're a sponsor. So you get what you get. So I drink Coke Zero and Diet Coke. And that's one of the things too. It's like, look, when you have 1,500 plus bottles of tequila sitting around your house, you don't need to pay bar and restaurant prices for tequila if you don't want to, because I can come home and sit and just so you guys know, I'm a big stogie smoker too, so I don't mind grabbing a bottle, going out, sitting out and having a good stogie. Matter of fact, I got two humidors right here, 400 count humidors full, and then I have these Tupperdoors over here that are filled with cigars as well. Huge selection. So what sounds great. So I don't have to pay mezcal. Not mezcal, bar and restaurant prices. But the La Luna mezcal on the channel, I mean, I recommend you guys trying that. It's great. And if you also want something that's ancestral, that's amazing, coming from tequila, and I turned a couple of guys on to it on the Discord, and they tried it, and they're like, yeah, this stuff's really good. The Vago, the special batch Vago that we did, it's an ensemble from Emilio Jardin, who's like a master ensemble mezcalero. It's one of the best ensembles I think he's ever done. It's so good. Very little smoke in it. A lot of fruit and berry flavors to it, to the point where it almost gives you like a bubblegum flavor from it. But it is so good. I have like 12 bottles still over here because I love it. And it's great with a good stogie. I mean, that and the La Luna are both great with a good stogie. Just like a lot of aged tequilas and good yeah, hollow tree trunk. And you want to see what the still looks like? You guys want to see what it looks like? I'll show you. Do you want to see? Let me see if I still have a picture. Hold on. I think I still have a picture in my I can put one up here. Let me see. Let me see if I have it. If not, I can always load it up here. Hold on. I'm all about sharing stuff like this. Let me see. Let me see if it's here. It might be here. Let me move this away because this makes the microphone make weird noises. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I have it in here, but let me look here. I can load it up here from my phone, I think. Actually, you know, if you it might be on when I did the interview with Salvador. But I'll tell you what, I'll post it on the Discord for the Discord member so you guys can see it. I think it might be already up there. Let me see if I have a picture of it here. Oh, I know where I can find a picture of it. It's really cool looking. They didn't do it at their normal distillery. They did it at Chava's distillery where he grew up in his house. Because his dad's been making... Here, I'll just get it from there. Let me see. I think I still might have him on here. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Matter of fact, I was talking to him right now, and he's talking to him before. Oh, maybe not. Oh, wait, here we go. I'll show you guys this. This is really cool. Okay, here we go. Here they are. Come on, where's that picture? It's funny, every time I'm with... Here it is, right here. All right, so let me download this and I'll load it up so I can show you guys on screen. All right, it's saved now. Okay, so let's move it up to here. It's really cool. You guys are gonna love this. And then we'll just put it up under... There it is right there. All right, let's go upload. Okay, now let me bring it up here. Then I'll show you guys what this looks like. Sorry it took so long. There it is. All right, here we go. Okay, so that's received. Okay, good. All right. And then what we'll do is do this. Here we go. Check this out. All right, we'll go here. Sorry, guys. Hold on a second. I'll be with you in just a moment. All operators are busy at this point. All right, here we go. Check this out. This is a hollowed out tree trunk still. Look at that. That's the still. Now, the way this works is underneath there, where you see all that agave fiber down there, there is a bowl that's got heat underneath it, a clay pot that's got heat underneath it. And so then as it vaporizes, it moves up to the top, and they put cold water into that copper on the top of it. And then the mezcal drips out the worm at the top, and they collect it from there. But that's what the still looked like that was used to make that La Luna Ancestral. That's crazy, right? Isn't that cool? That's cool looking. So there you go. What is that? That reminds me, I was once at a store. The man there tried to sell me a store-picked barrel of Maestro. Ugh. Didn't buy into it. I thought it was adulterated. It is adulterated line. Yeah, that's good that you didn't buy into it. Don't let these stores try to sell you stuff like that. Vago, yes, Vago. It's on Ferment and Still. It says Vago TBAC. It's really good. It's really good. Yep, they're Curtis. The Vago Ensemble tea is very delicious. Yep, full flavor. I couldn't really find any smoke in it. Great recommendation, Hombre. Glad I purchased. There you go. See? There you go. Proof. Yeah, I know, right? It's beyond cool. And that's our batch. They haven't done any other ancestral batches like that. So it's exclusive to Ferment and Still. You can't find it anyplace else. And it's like an ancestral tequila because it's Weber Blue Agave. It's made just like tequila was back in the day. It just was certified through the CRM and not the CRT. Otherwise, it could be called a tequila. It must be my taste buds, but so mezcal always has a burning plastic taste, whereas the scotch and bourbons I sip have a wood or ash smokiness, which I like. Yeah, try the Vago Ensemble. Yeah, because you're trying the wrong mezcals if it has a burning plastic taste to it. Those aren't good quality mezcals you're drinking if you get that. Vago's definitely worth a try. It's really good. The La Luna's really good too. Both of them. Both of them are good for converting tequila drinkers to mezcal. Also, the Brita Fiestero line is actually really good too. I really recommend that line. There's some mezcals where they don't even use wood and fire to do them. Like the San Luis Potosi from Dorumbus. That's cooked with steam. So there's no smoke in that one. That's a mezcal. Those are good. Dorumbus is good. But I think the TBAC Vago is better, and I think the La Luna one is outstanding as far as like it's the best ancestral tequila that I've ever tasted. And people are like, well, it's not tequila. Well, it's not, but tequila's a mezcal, so it's a mezcal. It's the same stuff. It just wasn't certified under the DO through the CRT. It was certified through the CRM, which is certifies mezcal. So it can only be called mezcal. So I was actually working with Salvador on producing a tequila out of there along the same lines because it is within the tequila DO, but he couldn't get the distillery to be certified for tequila because the CRT will not let a distillery that does mezcal also do tequila. It would have to be exclusive tequila. So I'm still trying to talk him into doing it and saying, hey, let's create a brand out of there. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't think he's going to do it. So you guys, give me a like for sharing this time with you. Click the thumbs up and give me a like. Help out the channel, and I'll sit here and answer your questions and help you guys out. That's what I'm here for. Let me see. I just got a message from another. Oh, the Camarinas are messaging me. Thanks, Lalo. All right. So, other things going on. I did a review of Espacial from 1414. It was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't one of the better ones I tasted out of 1414. It was kind of meh. I'm sorry. It was just kind of meh. It was really good. I would rather pick Viva Mexico, for the price, over that any day. The Viva Mexico Repo is, whenever I go to visit with the Vivancos, I always drink the Viva Mexico Repo. And then what happens is we end up going across the street to Carnitas Jaime in Arandas and sitting at a table. And then I normally will polish off like half a bottle of the Viva Mexico Repo while I'm sitting there with them, eating carnitas and hanging out and having a good time with the two Sergios, Sergio Squared. It's a lot of fun. So, next aging project update. Okay. How are you guys' aging projects coming along? The group aging project. We'd like to see how those are coming along. We're 2 weeks in. So post your pictures on the Discord for those of you that are doing it on the Discord. And if you're not doing it on the Discord, to post a picture of it on Instagram and tag me. I'd like to see how your projects are coming along. Give me an update on what they're looking like. Are you tasting them every week? And if so, what's happening with it, where it's at, stuff like that. So I'm going to do a video probably 4 weeks in. I'm going to let it go a couple more weeks because nobody watched the aging starting video. Hardly anybody watched it, so I was like, I don't want to waste time doing a video if no one's going to watch it. So, Carnitas Jaime is good. I always get full there, stuff there. But the only thing I don't like about it is all the people coming by trying to extract money out of your pockets, selling gum or candy or trying to have a mariachi play at your table while you're there. It's like, we're just trying to talk and enjoy our meal. You going next week? Oh, nice. Yeah, Carnitas Jaime is good. Their carnitas are really good. Every time I go and hang out with Sergio, we always end up walking across the street to Carnitas Jaime. Speaking of 1414, what do you think of Gran Devejo? I know it's been out for a while. I've never picked up a bottle. Yeah, it's good. I love Gran Devejo. When I was talking to Salvador last time, he said he's taking a break from it. So you're probably not going to find very much of it around. And he's going to do a new launching of it where he's going to do some special single barrels and stuff. And so the collective is on the list for single barrel. But right now he's focusing on the mezcal stuff and he's not really focusing on the Gran Devejo. So, but it's a good line. I enjoy Gran Devejo. I have all the bottles. I just have the high proof Blanco and the Repo and Yeho, and they're all good. I like it. It's a good brand. You were not in the project, but you took the French Oak number 1 out for after 3 weeks and 2 days. Okay, cool. Did you taste it then? Oh, you're tasting it tonight. Okay, cool. Well, I hope you like it. I'm going longer. I don't like. Mine needs to have a nice complexity from the aging, so I let it go longer. I'm going for like a heavier wood influence, but still a good front agave. I know where the sweet spots are because I've done enough aging projects with the staves, and I know where a good spot is for them. You're welcome. You're welcome very much. Yeah, it's worth a pickup if you find it. It's good. The best brands, I think, out of 1414, Aguila Real is probably my favorite, but it's not easy to find, and you can only order it at certain stores because it's not heavily distributed. The owner of the brand distributes it himself, so it's not heavily distributed, but you can find it in some places online. Ferment and Still, we have it on Ferment and Still. Viva Mexico is probably my second favorite. I drink the most of. You can see there's a Viva Mexico bottle right here. I got the Blanco, the Repo, and the Yeho there. I get that's the Blanco. And this one I think is a Blanco too. No, this is the Reposado. So I just got this one in. There's a Repo. Another Repo. So I got backups, and I'm going to order some more Repos because the price is going up. And I don't want... And then what's really cool is inside your little envelope that you get the bottles, you get these cool coasters. Look at that. Viva Mexico coasters. You can put those down and use those as coasters. And this is really good. Because, of course, the distilleries, they keep the best brands for themselves. So, it's a good brand. I love it. Oh, excuse me. Sarah says her Carrera at 3 weeks is awesome. My Siete Leguas tastes like bourbon. I don't think it was an agave forward enough to hold up again. Just wait. But just wait. Just let it sit for a couple more weeks, and the agave will shine through. Just wait. Give it some more time, and then the agave will come through on it. Sometimes you just got to let it sit and let the flavors marry. When you taste them too close to when you pull the stave, it'll have a heavy wood influence, and then let it sit, and it'll get better. So give it a few more. Give it like 2 or 3 weeks, and then try it again, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll come through more agave. Hey, Silos P. Bienvenido, welcome. Sipping and sampling Carrera 54 Hombre Edition, El Luchador 110 New Edition, PM Spirit Still Strength in the same order. I posted Carrera was my favorite. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's super easy. It's dangerous. I just ordered 3 more bottles of it because I wanted to order the G4 and wanted the free shipping, so I ordered 2 more bottles to add to my collection. Because I always it goes. It's so easy to drink and so flavorful. I love it. PM Spirits was good, but hotter of the 3, the hottest of the 3. Oh, okay, yeah. I still have. I need to do the PM Spirits review. I still have a bottle of that. Hey, Rollo. Hey, Mark. I tried Malavita Repo based on record. Loved it. Unique flavor. It shot up one of my top 3. Great. See, I'm here for you guys. Seriously, I don't lie to you guys. If I don't like it, I'll tell you I don't like it. And that's what scares a lot of the brands why they won't send me stuff. Because they know if I don't like it, I'll say I won't like it. I won't say if there's something about it I don't like. I've got nothing to hide. So when I say I enjoy something and I tell you, I hopefully, it works for you, which is in this case it did. But yeah, Malavita is great. I mean, it's great. You like the Malavita Repo, try the El Mexicano Repo too. Because it's the same distillery. But El Mexicano is a solid brand that no one talks about as well a lot. That one's going to be one that's going to be, people are going to be talking about once more and more people start drinking it. But it's readily available in the aged spirits on it. The Repo, the Añejo, and the Extra Añejo are blended American oak and French oak barrels. So, and it's really, they do a great job. It's such a good tequila. It's underrated right now, which is great, which means there's more of it for us that know about it. And let's keep it here between us friends. But Malavita and El Mexicano. And if you even want to pick up, like you want a really, really pretty bottle, pick up the Joven and the Platino of Dos Artes from the collection, out of 1588. What's it called? The Joven. Sorry, the Joven and the Platino for the, I forget what it's called, the art something collection. Don't remember. I reorganized. I don't remember where I put the bottles, but if you look and you'll see it, it says something collection, and there's a Joven for it, and there's a Platino, and they're out of 1588. They're out of El Mexicano. They're great. What about Tao? How would you rate it? Don't they have they do have a still strength, and I'm getting a bottle that's still strength for the review. I like Tao. It's not bad. I just think it's a little overpriced for what it is. It's expensive. It's not cheap. And Martin, the guy that owns it, likes to keep the price up high on it. And so it's good. I reviewed it. I got 3 bottles of Tao right here. Actually, I think it's higher than that. Let me see. Is it higher? Yeah, it's above that here. Look. Let's see if I can get the camera up there. There you go. There's Tao right there on the top shelf. But yeah, I've got the Blanco Repo and Añejo, and then I have the still strength coming. And I'll try that. I'm hoping with the new importer that they got that the prices will come down a little bit and not be so crazy high. But we'll see. But yeah, Tao's good. I guess I won't check mine out tonight, Sarah. Did you use a FO number 3? It doesn't matter if she used number 3 or number 1 or whatever. You'll want to give them 3 or 4 weeks before you taste them. Let them marry, let them meld. But you can taste it now and just see where it's at, and then try it in 2 or 3 weeks and see how it changed. That's one of the cool things about doing. So, yes, Rob, French oak number 3. But that's one of the things. So, like, even at the distilleries, when you visit the distilleries as much as I do and stuff, and you go into their barrel rooms, you'll see like big plastic totes, big totes. And what they'll do is they take the barrels and they empty them into these big totes, and then they sit for weeks, sometimes months there in the barrel room, and they're letting things chill out. They're letting things marry. They're letting things kind of settle down in them for a while before they haul the tote over with a forklift and put it in the tank for the bottling area. So they let them sit and marry. So you're not doing anything different at home with the staves than what they do in the distillery. And there was a conversation with somebody too on the Discord about how this is not like barrel. It's exactly like barrel aging. It's exactly like barrel. You can duplicate the same thing you do in a barrel, but you have to kind of adjust things a little bit. If you're using a new wood oak barrel, then using the staves is exactly like using a new wood oak barrel. The only difference is you won't get evaporation of either alcohol or water based on the humidity range within the barreling area. But you're getting the same thing because the staves that they use are actually made out of the same wood, and it's the same exact wood that they use for making barrels. It's the same exact wood, except the wood that Beyond Barrel selects is a 5 years seasoned wood that's a better quality wood than what most of the barrels that the bourbon people use, because or even wine brands would use, because it's too expensive of a barrel. When I was talking to Chris, he said that it'd be about $5,000 to buy a barrel with this quality wood that he uses. It's too expensive. So only like the really fine wines that are really expensive are the ones that would use this type of barrel. But we get the benefit of it because he buys, a bunch of the staves that they aren't going to use for the barrels, and then he rounds them out for us so they fit in the bottle. So you're getting the same thing. You're getting the same wood to alcohol contact that you need. You're not getting any angel's share because or devil's cut because it's in a glass bottle and not in the wood, and it's sealed. So, but you'll get the same exact thing. It's just the difference is a new wood versus using a used bourbon barrel. So the producers use bourbon barrels because they can get the bourbon flavor mixed in, but also it's not a strong wood note. So the agave is still present in their aging when they do that. So if you wanted to duplicate it, you use the stave on one batch like we're doing now, right? And then you pull the stave out, you let it dry, and then drop it in another batch, and it'll get more and more like what they do at the distilleries as far as using depleted or almost depleted barrels for aging. So you can get there, you just have to use the stave a couple of times because it's like getting a new barrel. So every time you use it, it's like using a brand new barrel. So the first time you get it, you drop it in, it's like using a brand new barrel. Second time, it's like using a used barrel. And then next time, it's like using an even more used barrel. And so you can keep using it until you don't get any more stuff out of it. But if you soak it in bourbon or season it with something else too, you can add flavors to it, and you won't get too much wood notes in it, but you'll get some of the wine or liquor or whatever you soak the stave in. What is it? So let's answer some more questions. So some of my favorite whiskey tube channels softened their opinion and criticism on certain whiskeys over time as their channels got more popular. It made me lose respect for them. Got to keep it real. Exactly. Yeah, no, I don't soften. The thing is, I have such a good relationship with a lot of the master distillers and stuff out there. They know that I'm honest, and they love that I give them honest criticism. And they know that if they want to improve it, or if they think that if I think that they can improve it, they'll reach out and ask me how. They'll ask me what do I think they should do. And I've gone and worked with brands, and I do it for free. I just fly out and I'm like, yeah, let's hang out, let's do it, because I love it. So it's so much fun. And so I'll work with them too on doing things to help improve the way things come out. So they appreciate that. They know I have no ill will towards them. I don't mean anything mean by it. And I don't need to soften it to keep sending me stuff. They'll keep sending me stuff. If not, other brands will. Because I firmly believe that, you give to help them. And so constructive criticism where you're not bashing the brand is helpful for them and giving them some real honest feedback instead of everybody all the time just taking a shot of it going, smooth. That tells them nothing. It tells them nothing. And if they think, okay, well, everyone's loving my brand, when really people, are just not being honest with them, it doesn't do them any good. So instead, I'd rather be honest, tell you the way I feel, and then if they're interested, I can give them input on what I think they could do to help improve it. And would fly out and help them. We'd help do a batch. To be honest, Tao is a little overrated for what it is. You can find much better tequila for the price. It was just okay. Yeah, I agree. It's expensive. It's overpriced. Overpriced for what it is. I don't know about overrated. It's a good tequila. It's just overpriced. It's one of the reasons why we got the Blanco ferment and still, and it was just expensive. And then they got it with a distributor, and the prices was jacked up on it. And we're like, I just don't see people wanting to spend this much money on this stuff. It's not worth the price. And so that's why you don't see Tao at a lot of places. It's expensive, and people are like, it won't move. People don't want to spend this kind of money on something like this. So they got a new importer. I'm hoping the prices will be a little more reasonable now on it, because he just overpriced it. If you leave some headspace in your larger bottle, you'll get the evaporation if you want that, which you probably don't want in a quality. You don't want to leave headspace because it aerates it. You're not going to get evaporation. You'll get oxidized. It'll oxidize the tequila. Because in order to get evaporation, you're going to have to pop the top and leave the top off of it in order for anything to evaporate. Headspace in a bottle is not going to do it. You got to pop the top off. You got to give room for the vapor to leave, because otherwise it just evaporates, gets to the top of the bottle, and then when the bottle cools, it comes back down into the bottle. That's not like a barrel. You need to leave the top off if you want to do that. Just let it air hit it, which isn't a good idea. I wouldn't recommend doing that. All right, so what else you guys want to talk about? So let me see. I can give you some more stuff. I'm going to be visiting 1480 probably on this next trip going out there, which is the distillery that does 123 Organic. They do I got a Don Abraham Still Strength Blanco coming my way for a review. That should be really good. I'm excited about that. Also going to be getting some Four Copas. Some people had asked about me reviewing Four Copas. I have an old bottle of Four Copas, but they came out with the new labels and stuff. And so I'm working on getting samples, bottles of the whole line of Four Copas. So I'll try to get a review of that done. I also should be getting the Atanasio line in. I've got the Origin Blanco and the Repo, and they're supposed to send me the regular Blanco and the Añejo, so I can do a full line review of Atanasio for you guys. That should be coming. And the General Gorestieta is moving distilleries. It's moving to its third distillery in El Pendillo, and it will be made out of 1579 for the next upcoming batch, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it is, and so we'll see what happens. I'm hoping they'll send me a sample to review it. The first Joven and Blanco they did, it was okay. It wasn't great. It was way overpriced when I first met with Luis, and we added it to ferment and still. He wanted way too much money for the Joven. He's come down on the price on that though. And the Blanco was overpriced too, and I think the price of that's come down too. But now he's moving to 1579. He gave a third of his business to Felipe, so Felipe now owns a third of the brand, which is a rule he has at his distillery, where anybody that wants to make a tequila there, he wants a third of the brand, so it doesn't go anywhere. And he has control over what they do. So it doesn't have the same issues that he had with Pasote. So The C54 is a screw top, so no leakage. I opened it once. I opened it while it was aging and never heard a hiss. Just opened it once and then removing the stave. Oh, you don't need to open it. You don't need to hear. You're not going to hear a hiss. Why would you hear a hiss? It's not going to be pressurized. You're not going to hear a hiss. I wouldn't recommend opening. Just keep it closed and let it age. You don't want to keep introducing oxygen into it. You don't want to oxidize your tequila. Why is that not a good thing that General is moving? Because really, when you put out a brand and you do it with a certain distillery like 1414, which is amazing, why change the flavor profile? He's not going to get the same flavor profile from 1414, the S1414 from Felipe, and then it's going to be a different. So it's going to be a whole different thing. So people, if they buy the Goristieta, are going to think it's going to taste like something, and they're going to get a completely different flavor profile. Because Felipe doesn't make tequila like 1414 does. So why keep changing? Why not stay where you're at? Everyone talks about, people moving noms. It's like, why do you think you leave noms? Because they want to make the tequila better? No, that's not why. But I know a lot about what's going on with the General Goristieta line, but I can't really talk about it right here in a public thing. But I don't think it's going to be a good move. So we'll see, though, right? We'll see. I think he should have stayed with 1414 and just worked with them. That's what I think. That's right. It's true. It's difficult to grow the brand, the start of a brand with consistently, changing profiles, and people don't know what they're going to get. Why is he moving? What's wrong with 1414 where he needs to move? I mean, it's the Vivancos. I mean, they produce amazing tequila. Why would you want to leave 1414? You have to ask that sometimes. What's going on? Why are you leaving 1414? So just think to yourself, if I was a brand and I was with an epic master distiller like Sergio Cruz and he was producing my tequila and it was good, which is good quality stuff coming out of 1414, why would I need to move to a different distillery? Think about that, and then maybe ideas will come to your head as to what's going on. Stuff happens for a reason. How long are we aging the C50? I'm going to go, I think we should go 4 weeks. So we're 2 weeks in right now, so maybe 2 more weeks, and we'll see where we're at. How does that sound, Miguel? We'll go 4 weeks on it, and then we'll pull the staves. So, are you using the same port and the same sherry as me, or did you go a different route? I know Miguel's part of the Discord. He's So if you guys if you've been thinking about it on the fence about using the Beyond Barrel aging staves, I highly recommend it. I got bunches of them because I love them. It's so much fun, and I got a whole thing of like you guys want to see some of the different aging projects I've done. Like I'll show you. Like, ugh. All right, so if you want to do a batch and you want it to turn out perfect, I'll give you some things to do first for your first batch that'll turn out absolutely perfect, okay? So, El Velo, this Blanco, it's a liter. You can get this for 20-something bucks on Ferment and Still, a liter bottle. Drop a number 3 French oak in it and let it go for 4 weeks. This is 6 weeks. Let it go for 4 to 6 weeks, and then pull it out and let it sit. So this finished in April of 2022. So we're this is 2 years it's been sitting like this. I'm letting this marry for 2 years, and so should we do a tasting right now? Do I have a clean? Yeah, let's do a little tasting right now. I can use a little nip right now if I say so myself. Oh, actually, let's use it. Let's do it in a G4 glass. Oh, yeah, the baby one. All right. Little nip to take off the... See, these are great glasses for this. Just doing a little tasting like this, right? This is French oak. Oh, my God! Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. This is like Ray Saul, I swear. It smells so good. So this is, from this, I'm just getting this beautiful cinnamon and baking spices up front. I'm getting notes of apricot, like dried fruit, dried apricot, dried pineapple, even like dried mango, vanilla, butterscotch, like rich butterscotch notes, dark chocolate. Ooh, that's so good. It smells so good. This is perfection. I tell you what I'm going to do on the Discord I'll send some samples to some people. So hold on, but oh yeah, yeah, that is really good. That's great. I think waiting 2 years is perfect. I could have waited a lot less, but and look at the glass. I mean, look at the coating on the glass. Look at that. Oh, that was really good. So that's a really cheap, inexpensive route to go. The Alvelo by itself isn't a great Blanco, but when you age it. So this is a Madeira Blanco that I aged, and this was this is the second batch. So this was done last year. French oak for 6 weeks. All right, let's see. Looking at it in the glass. There, I did it live for you guys. Look at that. In the glass live. Look at the legs on that thing. Look at that. Yes. And the color is a nice gold. It's like gold color. A medium gold color. Looks great. All right, let's see what we get on the nose on this puppy. Ooh. That's still cooked agave there. Still a nice agave up front. I'm getting definitely like a nice ripe cherry, apricot, even like blood orange, vanilla, butterscotch, dark chocolate. The French oaks, I love the French oak staves and how they turn out. All right, let's see if we get on the flavor on this. Oh, yum. It turned out really good. I can definitely sit and drink this with a nice stogie. Oh, definitely. This is a good after dinner sipper. like sitting out on the back patio with a good stogie and just enjoying this. For those of you that like añejos and stuff, extra añejos, it's got that kind of really nice, beautiful flavor profile. And then this one was sherry. I aged it with stave and sherry. This was finished on January 17th of 23. So this is over a year sitting. We'll put that in this glass here. This is the Carrera, the 40% Carrera. I can't get too drunk here because I need to go get lunch before my guest is coming over. In which we're going to enjoy some tequila and cigars as he travels through my tequila den. So looking at this in the glass. Look at that. Look at the legs are just starting to come down on it. Look at that. Beautiful. Deep amber color on it. This is American oak. Look at that. Carrera 40. This is the Carrera, the regular Carrera, the 80 proof. Nice minerality to it. Definitely some sweet agave up front. Getting some chocolate, vanilla, caramel. It smells wonderful. Yeah, really good. All three of them are great. I'm going to give the full line 5 agave, you guys. They turn out so good. You really can't go wrong with the staves. Have I visited? Yes, I have visited Rancho Miravalle. Of course. The Partidas. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's where Batch Nuevo Uno is made. I'm supposed to try to go see them when I'm on this trip, when I go out. They're building, Patch Nuevo Uno is building a new distillery, so I'm hoping it'd be close to maybe completed, and I can arrange to go see it when I'm out there, but we'll see. What are some of the top tequila bars in SoCal? Probably... There's a couple in San Diego that are really good. I'm drawing a blank on their names right now. I don't go to too many tequila bars, so... this is my tequila bar. But there's one, what is it called? It's Mayuel. Mayuel's one in San Diego that's really, really good. And it's got agave, it's got all kinds of agave spirits. It all depends on where you're going. California, go up to Northern California, go to Tommy's Mexican restaurant. They have a good, excellent tequila selection up there. There's good places all over here in Southern California. But if you haven't been to Mayuel, that's like a must-visit place down in San Diego. All right, guys. Well, I got to head out, I think, because I'm going to get some lunch before my guest is supposed to arrive. So if you guys like the content I'm giving you, click the thumbs up. Give it a like. Come on, guys. There's 19 likes, and there's 33 people on it. Come on. Everybody that hasn't clicked the thumbs up, give it a like. Click the thumbs up button. Answering questions for you guys. Come on. Share the likes. It doesn't cost anything. And while you're doing that, keep in mind that I'm here to tell you guys the truth, give you an unbiased opinion. I don't get paid for any of the content I do. I refuse to get paid for any of the content I do. I make money by you guys watching my content and memberships in both the collective and the channel. So I'm here to help. Feel free to message me anytime. A lot of you guys already do. Message me on Instagram and stuff. Or if you want to join the collective, you get like immediate access to me all the time there. So I'm here to help. And like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So keep following my recommendations like some of you have and commented on today, and you'll be in great shape and you'll really enjoy your agave journey moving forward. All right, guys, have a great weekend. I'll get some reviews up for you guys next week too, and I'll post some stuff on Instagram to keep you guys up to date on what's going on. And have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. Salute. Bye, guys.